Sup, I'm live. Okay, just give me a sec. I have to get Facebook up live too. Facebook. We're doing live on Facebook and YouTube. This is my first live YouTube, so hopefully it all goes well. And if you guys are hearing and seeing me, please make sure that you like or leave a comment. All right, so if you've been following me on YouTube, you will know that I have a Facebook bot series. And so I've had a lot of people kind of commenting like, oh, I really need to do this, or, you know, would love more info, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's just make sure that we don't hear from people on my phone. And anyways, so what I wanted to do is actually show a live demonstration on how to set up a Facebook bot. I'm not going to go through anything super complicated today, but I just wanted to kind of, give you an idea of how easy it actually is. And, it's obviously the trend right now, so why not learn how to do it? So I'm just kind of sharing my screen here with everyone. So let's see. All right, cool. So here I am in ManyChat. So this is the one that I like to use because I feel like it's really simple to use. And I mean, for the most part, I've just been kind of experimenting. I haven't really done any massive campaigns yet. But the one that I really wanted to go through was the top bar that you see on my website. So let me see if I can show you an example of the entrepreneurshack.com. So you see when I get here, my yellow bar at the top, this is my Facebook Messenger bot. And it's basically like an opt-in that you would see anywhere else on a website. I'm sure you've probably seen them before where you're kind of scrolling on a blog or whatever, and then a window pops up like, hey, subscribe to our newsletter. It's kind of a similar idea, but it just really depends like what your end goal is. So for me right now, I really want people to go check out my passive income system. And it's basically just like a mishmash of different affiliate programs kind of put into one system. And it's sort of like a beginner thing, right? Like it's something for beginner affiliates. And so as you see, obviously when they click on send to messenger, if they're signed in, it will just automatically send to messenger. If they're not signed in, it will give them this window to sign into messenger. So I just want to show you how to set something like that up, and then how you can kind of follow up with the people. So let's just go ahead and, well, first of all, make sure you have a ManyChat account, manychat.com. Many, like a lot, manychat.com. It's free for the most part. There's a few features that require you to have a pro account, which I do. But I'm not going to show you any of the pro free features today. So what we do is we go under growth tools and we'll just create a new growth tool. So we'll just use a bar. So you can see here a couple that are under pro only, but we're just going to use the top bar. So let's just call this top bar demo. And so it literally just walks you through the steps. So first you can put here whatever you are selling or whatever you want to give the person. It could be something like get the free 7-step checklist to messenger bots. And then, yeah, so we'll just see here. You can obviously go through each setting the way that you want. I typically try to be user friendly, so I will allow them to close the bar if they want to. And then just change it, like, as you see, mine is bright yellow because I found that on my website, that color converts the best. And so you would just have to really like experiment with your own. And you saw there in my growth tools area, let me see if I can just show you that. In my growth tools area, you can see like the impressions, conversion rate, all that. So you can kind of test it in that way. So let's go back to our demo. Oh, one thing before you start going on this. Well, ManyChat will walk you through this when you sign up, but you have to have a Facebook page in order to use a Facebook bot. So the page connects with the bot. Anyway, yeah. So you can choose like when the thing shows. For the one that I showed you earlier, it was just immediately. But of course, you can use it like if the person is about to leave. That's when a lot of people will use the exit intent. And so the code just kind of knows like if the person's mouse goes outside of the browser, it will be like, oh, hey, that person's probably going to type in the URL somewhere, and it will pop up, hey, wait a minute. You know what I mean? And then you can choose like if the person presses the X, how long after that will it show to them again? Well, I usually like for something like this, I like it to keep showing because maybe they just wanted to X to see what's underneath, but I still want them to have a chance to be able to see that. So then on our next page, then we have the thank you message. So after they click send to Messenger and they're signed in, this is what they'll see up here. Now, you don't have to necessarily have a message. You can actually redirect them if you want. And, you know, I've seen a lot of other marketers do that where they don't even give them a thank you message. They just redirect them to whatever offer or maybe a thank you page. And then the button also changes. So when they click the button again, they'll go directly into their Messenger page. So next, this is probably the most important part. So this is what the person sees when they sign up. So the opt-in messages is basically like your first impression. So this is where you really want to break out your marketing skills. You can check out some of my other YouTube videos on, you know, how to get leads into any funnel, where I talk about like traffic temperature and stuff like that. So let's just say we're going to edit this. Okay. Now this is the simple view here. Let me just move my face over. This is the kind of like the simple editor view. So it's a little bit more I don't know. They're both visual. I don't really know how to explain this to you, but there's also another option which is called the flow builder. And the flow builder basically shows you all of the trees and branches of like all the paths that people are going on. So let's just kind of set up some messages so you can kind of have an example. And let's use my my passive income system as an example. So I'm just going to completely erase this message because I think that default message is pretty hokey. So I love to use the person's name though in the first message because it becomes a little bit more personalized. And you'll realize that your bot will typically have its own voice or will have your voice. So you're gonna want to determine like what kind of tone and voice you want your bot to have. Okay, so hey, and then these little buttons down here, you can either put emojis or you can put in the tags, and the tags are pre-filled information that they get from Facebook. So hey, first name, so we'll say, as you can see the example here, hey Amanda, I see that you wanted to learn about my passive income system, right? And then I'll add my button. So there's a lot of different choices that you can do. Add a button, quick reply. Basically, a quick reply, you can add a bunch of these different little bubbles and they can take them to different areas of your flow. But I don't know, they're kind of similar. Like when you add button here, you can only add a certain amount. And you kind of have to experiment with them. I found that for this particular product that I'm offering here, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, if I use quick replies, people don't click on them. They just end up typing whatever message they want. And my bot's pretty dumb. Like if they type something, it's like, hey, I saw that you typed something. Do you want to ask a question? And it just doesn't make sense to them, right? So I found that a lot more people, like just looking at the statistics, are clicking on these buttons. So you just kind of have to test as you go and see what works best for your business and your offer. And then as you can see down here, there's a couple different things you can add in. So you can add video, you can add audio, you can actually attach a file. So this would be great if you were sending them like a checklist or something. You can be like, hey, like here's your checklist below, blah, blah, blah. Or even if you were sending them a video, you could say, hey, here's the free video. But for me, I'm just going to answer a couple questions. So I see you wanted to learn about my passive income system, right? So answer number one will be yes, show me now. And answer number two will be, I usually don't like to put no. I like to put something else that is kind of like a no, but will lead us in kind of a conversation that can possibly warm them up to the idea. So instead of saying no, like what would I say in response to no? I'd be like, okay, well, peace. You know what I mean? So instead I'll say something like, what is that? Like maybe they have no idea what that is. And then we can kind of explain it a little bit, and maybe that will warm them up to the idea of checking it out. So let's start with a yes, because that one's going to be a lot easier to set up the flow. So let's just send them to the website. Okay. So I'll send them to the website. I have, I think, here. So I'll send them to this website. And on this website, I'm collecting their email. So hopefully they'll opt in. We'll see how it goes. If the stats are showing that they're not opting in with the email, because then I'll have two streams to contact them. I'll have Facebook and I'll have their email. If it's not really converting, then I might change the URL to maybe just skip the email and just send them to the system, see if they sign up for the other stuff. All right, done. And then, okay, so what is that? So let's send them another message, kind of warm them up. What is that? Well, let me tell you. So at the top here, you'll see that I'm giving a name to the message that I'm sending them, so that if I have a super long flow of, like maybe I take them through a big long conversation, what this, what's that, da da da. When I go back through this, if I need to connect any of these steps, then I know exactly what that is about, right? So I'm going to put in a little delay here as well. So what the delay does is it shows typing. So you know when you're messaging someone on Messenger, it shows that the other person's typing. That's what the delay does. So I kind of like to put that in because it just kind of makes it look a little bit more realistic, as if you're having a real conversation with them, and it kind of keeps them a little bit more engaged. So what is that? Well, I'm glad you asked. His name, Amanda. The passive income system is a combination of the best affiliate programs. Passive income system is a combination of the best affiliate programs available online. I've combined them into one simple system that you can copy for free. And then I will give them the option, cool, let me see it. So again, I'm leading them back to the original intent that I wanted them to take, right? So I always put first the action that I want them to take. So I want them to go to that page and check out the offer, right? So you have to really think about how these people are going to react to the messages that you're sending them. Okay, and then, you know, maybe they're still a little bit, they're not sure. So let's see, what would they say if they're still not sure? Tell me more. ManyChat will tell you as well if you put too many characters in here. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to finish first with a yes, because again, it's just as simple as putting in the URL. Done. Okay, tell me more. Okay, what else can we tell them about this? So this would be very similar to even if you were selling like a product or something, because you could even hook them. Let's say you had a, I don't know, let's say you had like a skin cream or something. Maybe you hooked them by saying something like, 6 tips to having the most glowing skin in the world. And then you just send the tips to their messenger, and then maybe your button says something like, grab a free sample, or I don't know. Just really depends on your business, right? Is totally risk-free. It drives traffic to your funnel, helps you break even on what you spend to get people there, and also provides 3 different streams of affiliate commissions. Okay, so my yes is going to say, I've got to see this. So again, I will send them to the URL. Should probably have copied that. Let's see. I'm still not convinced. Man, this whoever this is, they're if they get to this point, they are a tough audience. All right, well, you get the point. Okay, now if you want to see, I've got one too many characters. I'm not convinced. Okay. At this point, let's just say at this point, I'm not gonna try and warm them up anymore. So I'll just end it here. So, okay. Well, Amanda, if you ever want to check it out for free, or sorry, if you ever change your mind and want to check it out for free, just click the button below to connect with me in my Facebook group. So even though I'm ending the conversation, I'm still going to get them to join my Facebook group so that I have a way to still kind of passively sell to them. So they'll join my Facebook group, they'll get some value out of that, and then maybe they'll be like, okay, you know, I kind of trust her more now. All right, so join the Facebook group. Whoops. And my Facebook group is the Passive Income Strategy. Boom, done. Okay, so that bot flow is done. If you want to check out the full flow, you can go here. And so you see it shows you each path that you have. So I have some really complicated bot flows that, you know what, I'll show you later in my Facebook group. So if you haven't already joined my Facebook group, I'll put a link in the description below for those YouTube viewers. And for those of you who are watching me live in the Facebook group, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being a part of the group. And yeah, and then I'll show you some of those at a later date because my time is up. I've got to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh, wait, I missed one thing. Let me just publish that. Oh, what am I missing? Button must be less than, oh, shoot. See, it tells me when I mess something up. Still not convinced. Okay, publish. Oh, seriously? Okay, there we go. I forgot one thing. How do we put this on your webpage? That's pretty important, right? So let's go back to the setup. So now that we've done all the opt-in stuff, we'll go to setup, and you'll see here, they'll give you, I better move my face again. They'll give you all the options here. You literally, that's why I love ManyChat, because any noob can pretty much set one of these up as long as you read the instructions and go through it step by step. So you can see here, if you only want this to appear on a certain page, you can do that. Or if you want it to appear on all pages and then just hide it only from one page, you can do that as well. So for me, my top bar, I had it set to only show on the home page. So I just put my home page there, and that was it. And then you click install JavaScript snippet. You'll have to add your website so that it will actually show up. And then under the step B, you put the script in there. So it really depends what platform you are setting this up on. I have it on my Builderall website, I have it on my ClickFunnels website, and I have it on my WordPress website. So if you're not really too sure where to put this, it should go in the header tags of your website. I know especially for WordPress, it really kind of depends on the theme that you're using. If you have any questions, you know, I'm pretty tech savvy in that field, so just pop your comments below and I'll try and help you out personally with that. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe. If you are in the group, make sure you go to YouTube and hit subscribe. And please make sure you like and comment below so that I can, you know, share this with a lot more people. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Don't mind me, just trying to end just trying to end the live stream. Bye, YouTube.